Hey, it's good to see you. I'm glad you could be here. Today was Sunday. August 24th. That's a little rough. Anyway, I need to say anyway at the beginning of a video. I haven't even said anything yet. Anyway, let's get on with it. It's just kind of surprising how nice it is to relax after being busy. Being busy in any sense. Whether it's a good busy or a bad busy. To do nothing after you do something is nice. I like it. It's also strange. I've noticed recently that after I hang out with people, I feel super energized afterwards. Like it takes me a long time to calm down. Like I hung out with people last night, and it took me till like 4 o'clock this afternoon to like fully calm down. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's the duration. You know, if I hang out with people for 2 hours, it takes me 2 to 4 hours to calm down. And calm down, I mean like return to like a normal state of existence. And I was like hanging out with friends. It's like I go, and and then stop. And it's like it's like holding your breath, and then you slowly come back down to normal. That's kind of how it feels. I think that's also why I didn't record a video yesterday, is I felt so overstimulated, I guess. It was weird today. I almost felt it was almost overwhelming how much leftover energy I had. It was kind of starting to freak me out a little bit. It was peculiar. I don't know if I felt like that before. Do you think squids wear glasses? I think squids would look good with glasses. What does a squid look like? They have like triangle heads, right? A little bulbous body, and they got some tentacles. Is that a squid? Do squids have eyes? Yeah, they have eyes. They got two little round eyes. There you go. There's some ears on him. That's a squid with glasses. Aw, how cute. Give him a little beak, even though that's not where it is, but you know, whatever. That's a silly looking squid. Are these little flaps? Well, I know nothing about marine biology, so I will say nothing. That might not even be a squid. I mean, clearly it's not, because it's clearly disfigured in some way. Do you like dressing up for Halloween? For me, my favorite part, because I'm not one for horror or scary things. Like, it really bugs me. Or rather, it really affects me. And I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. It sticks in my brain. And, no fun. But my favorite part of Halloween was making costumes, dressing up. That's just a fun time. It's fun to be creative in that way. To like go to a thrift store and look at the clothes and get an idea like, oh, this would be cool, and make something out of nothing, kinda. You know, or going to Spirit Halloween and picking out a cool costume or accessories and like making it your own. It's just fun. I don't know. It's just fun to be creative. I guess that's why I like doodling. These are being creative. So it's are there other creatures that are creative? At what point of intelligence does creativity exude, display? Like, dolphins are intelligent, crows are intelligent. Are they creative? What is creativity? Is creativity different from intelligence? Or are they really the same thing? It is just in the application of those skills. Because I wouldn't say that, like maybe that creativity isn't necessarily intelligence, but intelligence is creativity? Maybe? I don't know. What else could it be? Doing creativity, intelligence. Because to make any sort of comparison, you would need to know the definitions of what you're trying to compare. Like if you're trying to compare, oof and ah, you gotta know what those things mean, right? You gotta have the context. And I think those are two notoriously difficult things to define. Perhaps not. Perhaps they're incredibly easy to define. I am clearly... I clearly don't know the answer. How many degrees of separation do you need between things for them to be considered different? What is a degree of separation? Where does that come from? Is that a math thing? Degrees of separation. I don't know. What else can I talk about that is not infuriating to listen to? All I do is pose questions and then leave you guys unanswered. Because if you see a video and the title is a question, you go into it expecting an answer to that question, right? That's what I think. If I see a video that's entitled why do oceans make up the majority of planet Earth? I would click on that video assuming that I'm going to get an answer to that question. I think that's a reasonable thing to assume. But then, click on my video, I'm just like, I don't know either. We have a big party of not knowing things. Sounds like the best time. Sounds like a lot of ignorance. An ignorance party. That's what this is. Welcome to the ignorance party. We are all very dumb. But man, we have a good time. But yeah, I don't think ignorance is the same as being not intelligent. Ignorance is, I imagine it to be just a lack of knowledge. Perhaps you could also say that ignorance is paired with what was the word? It was on the tip of my tongue. Ignorance is paired with like resilience. But then that if you're like choosing not to learn something, that's no longer ignorance. I feel like ignorance is you don't know what you don't know. But if you are choosing to intentionally not know something, you can't not. How do you define this? Ignorance. See, I don't even know about. I'm ignorant about ignorance. I don't even know enough about it to know if I'm ignorant about being ignorant. I'm ignorant about ignorance about ignorance. I don't even know if I don't know. I am very confused. Am I confused? Oh no. Or is it oh yes? Am I wrong? Am I right? Is there somewhere to go? What do I do? Is there a final answer? A final solution? Is there an equation, a definition? Is there knowledge out there that will be satisfying and conclusive? Or is it satisfying enough? I am definitely willfully ignorant. Because, it's arguably, in my mind, the worst type of ignorant. Because I'm curious enough to ask the question. But I'm not going to do anything about it. All these questions I ask, I'm like, well, all in a hard day's work. That's the end of the story. No more. I'm good. No more. That's life. Is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing? Is that a mediocre thing? Is that even a thing? What are things? What? This is not satisfying. Nothing about this is satisfying. It's not even satisfying in how unsatisfying it is. Satisfying isn't even in the conversation. What is happening? Should do that activity in school where you like trace your hand and then like make a turkey out of it. Let's do that this year. That's when I miss most from school. Is fun art projects. Those are the best. It's fun to have fun. But do silly things. Do what some might consider pointless. Pointless is not the same as meaningless. Those are two different things. Is anything truly pointless? Because you could say that doodling, speaking your thoughts, is a pointless activity. And perhaps you are correct. Perhaps you could say it is a meaningless activity. And perhaps you are also correct there. So why do it? Why am I drawn to it? Why am I doodled to it? Therapeutic in a sense? Am I seeking attention? Probably. Most definitely. Some sort of pressure release? An escape hatch? A breath of fresh air, perhaps? Even if it was none of those things, it is still something that is being done. I'm not sure what that means. To be fair, it doesn't have to mean anything. Meaning is not inherent. I don't think so. It's hard to say anything with certainty. I certainly do say it is certain that I say things with certainty. So it is easy to do that. That is true. Doesn't make it correct, though. Confidence. Confidence is key. Doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. If you're confident, you can you can do a lot of things. You can get away with a lot of things. You can accomplish a lot of things. Or getting away with things and accomplishing things the same thing? Probably. That's the moral. Probably. Okay, but maybe not. You ever do that where you start writing a word and you're like, I'll figure it out later. Like, what is this? Probab. Probab. Can you even see that? Kind of looks like Panama. What is the shape of Panama? It's not that. Although if you took that size, there is a part of Panama that looks like that. There's a part of everywhere that looks like that. There's a part of this paper that looks like that because it is that. In relation to the world, how do we relate to the world? What is our destiny? What is destiny? Oh, we're back. We are back in the junkie section. Hello, junkies. How are you? It's good to see you. I should not be allowed to speak. What is... It's funny. Every time I get into the shower, I take a second to just lean my head against the wall and just exist in there for a moment. And then I move on with my day, but I need that second or two of just... It's a vulnerable space to be. I don't know why, but... I think that's a bit too personal. I'm sorry for bringing something up and then not talking about it. That's a bad habit. Wait, what did I just say? That's a bad habit. I have a lot of bad habits. I have a lot of annoying habits. What do you find annoying? What's something I find annoying? Calculators. No, I don't know. Those calculators are so darn annoying. Do you have one of those fancy calculators? What are they? The TI 80 T180? What were those called? You know, they're big, they're chunky. They're like the graphing calculators, the big fancy graphing calculators. They're like $160. No, I don't know how much they cost. More than 10. You could do all the fancy stuff, like sine, cosine, and more stuff than that. I don't know. I didn't get there. It is funny, in my experience in high school was like freshman year, try hard. Everything's important. You got to get A's. You got to try hard. Was it sophomore year, try hard. You gotta get A's. You gotta do good. You gotta junior. It's even more important. Senior year's next year. You gotta try to get A's. And then senior year, it's like, well, you can pretty much do anything and you'll pass. You know, you made it this far. We'll let you go. To be fair, I didn't do any of that. Not to mean I didn't go to school. I mean, I did not care. So it's like, yeah, this is important. Cool, man. I'm not going to do anything about it. I believe that it's important. But I'm going to leave it be. I will do what I do. And if it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. And it worked out. Barely. Probably not the wisest decision of my life. But it was one that I made. One fitting, I suppose. See I got like a double face going on here. I got this crow guy. And then I got like this face right here. Like a angry gorilla. What else do I have going on here? It's weird. I can see the doodle, right? But then I'm looking through my phone, and it looks different through my phone than looking at it in real life. Like I got a screaming choir up here. The guy he is zoned out. I got some amorphous blob going on. A lot of those happening recently. I got this dude. He looks kind of tired, kind of fed up with life. I got this thing, this tentacle monster. I don't know what it is. Ooh, this is like a robot eye almost. Like eyes, you know? Like there could be like a face here. A little speaker box, a little voice box. What else do I got going on? What else do you see? Something here, a little curly thing. My horrible grammar. Or, things. Letters. There are letters. There's some numbers up here. More scribbles. This is too much analyzing. I'm starting to feel bad about myself. Okay. Bye.